It wasn't an algorithm. You need to understand that first. The images and sounds you were shown, the cryptic numbers that appeared in your recommendations, that was a signal, a tuning fork resonating with something already inside of you. You were chosen because you are one of the few who senses that the reality we see is just a fraction of the whole story. A beautiful, hypnotic, but fragmented echo. For months, you've been collecting those echoes, feeling their power without understanding the source. Consider this video the first translation of that source. This is not another theory or a guess. This is the blueprint, the very architecture of the philosophy you've been subconsciously drawn to. What you are about to see is the key that elevates you from a mere spectator of the mystery to an active participant in its unfolding. The puzzle pieces are in your hands. Now, let's begin to assemble them.
Let's try a little experiment. Close your eyes for a moment, or don't. Let your eyelids decide, like waves rising and falling without any logic you could grasp. This is often how it starts, with a simple act, a single, slow breath. And suddenly you find yourself on the edge of something you can't quite name. A threshold, a crack in the fabric of the real. And you don't have to force it. You don't even have to want it. You just have to be willing to look. And this is what we're looking at, the mandala. Now, I'm not talking about the kind you see on a cheap t-shirt or a mass-produced yoga mat. No, this is the living mandala, the one that seems to pulse, to breathe. It's the one hiding behind all the patterns and shapes, and if you listen closely, you can almost hear it laughing. Yes, laughing. It's laughing at our desperate need to label everything, to file it away, to say, I understand. A bit ironic, isn't it? You came looking for answers and instead you found a beautiful cosmic joke. You were seeking clarity, and here you are with a paradox. Because the mandala won't be grasped. It seduces you with perfect symmetries, wraps you in spirals that seem to promise order, a direction, a center. But that center, listen carefully, is not a fixed point. It's an oscillation, a vibration. And you, the beautiful, curious traveler, are drawn into that vibration like a moth to the flame. But there is no fire, only the echo of a music without sound, a rhythm without time. The mandala invites you to follow its curves, its repetitions. And as you do, as you think you're advancing toward meaning, you are, in fact, slipping away from yourself. Don't you feel it? That slight misalignment? That cool touch sliding along your spine when you realize you're gazing at something that is gazing back at you? Oh yes, the mandala sees you. Not with eyes, of course, but with its very structure, with the pure essence of shape itself. It gazes at you, and through you. And under that gaze, everything you thought you knew begins to fracture. The center of the mandala isn't literally vibrating. What's really vibrating is your perception as you get closer. It's your consciousness that wavers, that comes undone. You feel it as a tremor, as a distant echo of something you don't know you know. And that's where the vertigo begins. As you observe the mandala, the waves of your brain begin to slow. Not by magic, not by suggestion, but by the simple fact that your attention becomes liquid, unanchored. Thoughts stop chasing each other like stray dogs. The mind opens, expands, dissolves, and in that space, in that crack that opens between one thought and the next, something different emerges. Is this an altered state of consciousness? Sure, you can call it that, but altered compared to what? Think about it. Your normal, day-to-day awareness is just one small island in a vast ocean of possibilities. And the mandala is the wind that stirs the waves, pulling you far from shore. And as you lose yourself in the labyrinth of its forms, you realize the mandala has already transformed you. Not because it gave you something, but because it took something away. It stripped you of certainties, of edges. It left you naked before the mystery of what you are, or of what you are not. And so you, who started this journey hoping to integrate or understand or find your center, suddenly find yourself dissolved. You're no longer a solid thing, but a particle drifting in a field of forces you can't see, but can finally feel. It's a gentle current, but it's also relentlessly powerful. There is no integration. There is no transformation, only dissolution. And in this dissolution, here comes the twist. You find yourself. Not the you that you know, not the name, not the story, but something older, a vibration that was already there before any form. A return, yes, but to where or to whom? I leave that question with you. After all, any answer I could give would just be another mandala, another beautiful illusion. See you in the next episode.